Hey there, it's Luke here, and today I'm going to talk about my experience in Berlin, Germany from an autistic and dyspraxic point of view. Let's see how it went. Funk you. Anyway, yeah, I learned a bit about the history while I was on holiday. I find that I got a feeling that people would know about these things, but I didn't know about these things really. The things I learned about was Checkpoint Charlie and the very big war that was in Germany. We actually happened to be there on the 35th anniversary of the Berlin Wall coming down. The guy on the left playing the guitar is actually this guy on top of the Berlin Wall as it came down. So those are the things I learned about. Whether I didn't know about this because of my autism, because of my dyspraxia, or whether I just didn't, I don't know. But yeah, that was a new learning experience for me. And here we have a giant needle. Sometimes we can see it, sometimes we can't, because sometimes it hides behind buildings and sometimes it hides behind clouds. Bikes everywhere. You know, we see a lot of bikes around as well. Lots of people like to ride their bikes. It's like part of the norm, you could say. You know, it's like you see as many bikes as you see cars on the roads. There appears to be like trams that also go on the road. Here is a tram. Even outside my room. One thing that I've noticed in Berlin is that there's often these little tunnels in buildings that seem to lead to somewhere interesting. One of the tunnels led to this place. Okay, so I am walking around Berlin with my parents, and I actually don't really know a lot of the time where we're going. It's usually my parents who figure out the directions and look at the maps and things like that, really. Right now we're in some sort of art place, not quite sure actually, haven't looked into it. Even my parents are a little bit confused on where we are, but there's like lots of pictures and artwork and things like that. It definitely looks unique though. But yeah, I guess that's kind of like part of my dyspraxia, is like not really taking in my environment, processing all the information, and as a lot of you may know, that's also why I don't really have independent skills. Now, I find that some people might find it a little bit disorientating, almost like being in a city you don't really know and not really knowing where to go or anything like that. But honestly, it's been like that always for me, you know. I don't know where to go, I just follow my parents for the most part. I think part of it is also the fact that I always live in my own head, you know, like I'm stuck in my own head almost. So I think part of like an exercise that I really need to get on top of, that I really need to get into the habit of doing more often, is getting out of my own head, engaging in my surroundings, with my environment. So this is where I am. There is a whole load of artwork here. And I mean like lots of artwork indeed. Like there's hardly a bit of the wall that isn't covered with artwork. Here's another one of those tunnels. I have no idea where it's going to lead to. Let's find out. I just realised I remember this place from yesterday, I think. It's a very interesting piece of architecture. I think they've done a lot of rebuilding on it as well. I really like what they've done with it though, I must say. Now we are going to go through another tunnel after the one that we have just been through. And a cute little square. And yet another tunnel. I can't remember how many tunnels we've been through at this point. Seems to be like some sort of Ample Man shop here as well. We've heard a lot about this Ample Man, but we're not quite sure who he is though. Interesting here. Approaching the shop. I just learnt about the Ample Man. Now the Ample Man is a crossing man from the east of Berlin. You know, like Red Man, Green Man, things like that. And when the wall came down, they found it's such a sweet figure, the Ample Man, to like cross the roads and things like that they wanted to keep it as part of the new Berlin. Ample Man. Okay, so I'm on my way to a restaurant, on the way to a cafe for breakfast. Now, I really like this restaurant. It's like a Vietnam restaurant over there. Oh, it's just amazing food. Like, they had this amazing like rice with salmon. It had like coconut sauce. It was delicious. Tea and drinking in a lot of coffee shops and restaurants, and I'm having lots of chocolatey drinks, mostly hot chocolate, this time a mocha. Here we go, here's my mocha today. This isn't a hot chocolate. So yes, I ate and drank my way around Berlin and loved it. and that Vietnamese place did amazing mulled wine. It does make me wonder though, when you're visiting countries, or like whichever country that might be, in this case I'm visiting Germany, do you like go to restaurants and cafes and things of its culture, or do you go to eating places that are not of its culture, like that Vietnam place that I really enjoy? And I honestly don't know. I think the only thing I wouldn't go to are places that I can get in my home country, so that I can get Starbucks, Costa, things like that at any time. So I probably wouldn't go for a Costa, let's say, or Starbucks in when I'm on holiday. But honestly, I really like the food regardless of which culture it is. I will say this, I do like to try its classic traditions of food. So like, I think Germany really do good chickens, you know, so I tried that chicken, it was really good. But otherwise, I'm just going to try restaurants and eating places of the area and see which I enjoy the most. So yes, this has been my trip to Germany, Berlin. It was a nice trip. I always enjoy exploring these sorts of cities and areas and things. I learned a lot on this trip, a lot of things I don't think I would have done otherwise. Again, whether I didn't learn about this because of my autism, my dyspraxia, or just because I wouldn't have anyways, I don't know. It was a really fun trip as well. Like I mentioned, the drinking, the eating was really good. I guess it's also, for me at least, a big thank you to Germany, Berlin. The city had a great vibe, it taught me a lot. Also, here's some artwork that was in my hotel room. As long as it doesn't disturb your sleep, then I think it's pretty cool. Okay, I am now standing next to Mr. Bear here, and we are standing in the airport. So this means that I have now finished my holiday. I really enjoyed it here in Germany, Berlin. I always enjoy exploring cities like this, trying food, things like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's MiffedLuke here. My name is Luke, and I'll be back with more videos coming soon. Goodbye, everyone. Got my Ample Man bag.